This is the last generation that can save nature, WWF says.
Here's a summary of the article.
Story highlights population of more than 4,000 species found to have fallen since 1970.90% of seabirds now have plastics in their stomachs. Global deal similar to Paris Climate Agreement is needed, WWF says. Global wildlife populations have fallen by 60% in just over 4 decades, as accelerating pollution, deforestation, climate change and other man-made factors have created a mind-blowing crisis, the World Wildlife Fund has warned in a damning new report. The total numbers of more than 4,000 mammal, bird, fish, reptile and amphibian species declined rapidly between 1970 and 2014, the Living Planet Report 2018 says. Current rates of species extinction are now up to 1,000 times higher than before human involvement in animal ecosystems became a factor. The proportion of the planet's land that is free from human impact is projected to drop from 1/4 to 1/10 by 2050, as habitat removal, hunting, pollution, disease and climate change continue to spread, the organization added. The group has called for an international treaty, modeled on the Paris Climate Agreement, to be drafted to protect wildlife and reverse human impacts on nature.
This post received a score of 34,817, with an upvote ratio of 86%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Tell me how to help.
Step 1 – Become a world leader or a captain of industry. Step 2 – Use your power to steer civilization into the right direction. It is really frustrating. Besides reducing your own carbon footprint, I feel like it's a losing battle if our world leaders don't do anything about it. I find it hard to reduce your footprint because I need my work van as I'm an electrician by trade. No way around it until fuel is replaced with battery cars, but I feel like that should have happened a while ago if the big companies and leaders weren't so interested in short-term profit.
This is why I think it will be imperative that we move toward algae fuel R&D, price parity with gasoline or not. It's tough to foot the bill for a new car or set of solar panels, plus those have their own footprints of manufacture. Rejiggering the fuel cycle would prevent us from having to do either.
Damn, we're screwed.
If we save species and biodiversity, it will help us save ourselves. There's a project working to map global biodiversity to optimize the overall effort.
Half-Earth Project is awesome. To show why protected nature areas are so necessary, people should go and use the Google Earth Engine timelapse tool, which shows how we've been rampantly destroying it and converting everything into farms. It's extremely perspective shifting.
Unfortunately, it's not this generation who's in charge. Global leadership is 2 or 3 generations lagging. We're being led through a tech revolution, and an existential threat, by people who thought TV was a whiz-bang innovation.
It's funny how everyone is acting like they didn't know this for decades. Even as a kid I remember thinking about zoos and people spreading further and further. I mean, come on. It's all in the power of the wealthy to fix this, the industries. I like to pretend they'll do the right thing.
I was in 4th grade and the teacher had asked for examples of litter. I raised my hand, so excited to share my answer. She called on me and I responded, us. We're litter. She asked me to explain and I said, the cement and wood we have everywhere. It's not good for animals. She laughed, said no, that doesn't count as litter, and called on someone else. Fuck you, Ms. Eselstein.
That's actually a very interesting way to look at it. I imagine most people won't be comfortable with this idea as it associates us humans with dirt.
It was more the idea that lay cement roads, sidewalks, homes, buildings, etc. everywhere, and, while they serve their purpose for humans' daily lives, they ultimately end up being bad for the environment.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.